Yeah, what's up guys? I'm Rago.
I'm Ewan.
And we're just catching back up here in Hood River. We're at the marina right now. We were actually just in Hatteras, what, like 2 months ago, I think?
Yeah, so it's a cool catch up. We did a bunch of kite content there, and I think we're gonna get some wing videos going here. We've had some pumping wind and nice swell. Pretty gusty conditions, and for me personally, when it gets strong and gusty, kiting doesn't become so fun anymore and it just becomes ideal wing conditions. So yeah, we'll show you some things we've been up to.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna do how to ride some swell on a wing.
Yeah, ride some swell, do some jibes and all that fun stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I've been out in Hood River here for a couple of months, and yeah, getting some winging happening on these strong gusty gorge days. This place is really amazing for winging, and I've been out there up at Swell City, which is straight up the gorge here, where the river gets a bit narrow and the current builds up and the swell gets really good. We've been riding some cool wind swell, and it gets really big there, overhead swell on the strong days, and it's really the perfect wing location. So yeah, I'm gonna give you some tips on riding the swell in stronger winds, lighter winds, big swell, small swell, all that, and show you how we do it. Cool, so step one, you're gonna be riding along, riding upwind like normal, and you're gonna be looking for a nice piece of swell. So same as in the ocean, wind swell usually comes in sets when you're riding around. You've been noticing here, you'll be riding around, it's a bit flat, and then you see a nice swell. Usually they're in like threes coming towards you, and you just want to spot that swell, be riding along, and just as you want to enter into the swell, I usually crank my backhand for a bit of power and bear off downwind into the swell, and that'll help you get that speed into the swell. So the more speed you've got going, the more glide you're going to get on the swell, and the longer the ride you're going to get. So you really want to spot that swell coming, crank on your backhand, turn downwind into the swell, and get some nice speed going into the swell. So when you're riding the wind swell, the main thing that I see people doing wrong at the start is staying too low. When you're too low, it means your foil's quite deep under the water and it's not in the power of the swell. So you want to be kind of at a decent height. I find a little bit of a longer mast makes this a bit easier for me, but anything kind of 75 centimeters and up, 70 centimeters or up is going to be fine. And you want to be riding on the swell nice and balanced with your foil in the power of the swell, because that way it's in the swell and it's kind of going downhill in the swell, so it will give you momentum to keep going with the swell. If you go too low, your foil's too deep and you're not going to be taking up the power of the swell, and you're probably going to fall off the back. So yeah, when you're pulling into the swell, once you've powered up and you feel like you're on the swell and the power of the wave has taken you and you're no longer needing the wing, you want to sheet out. Always let go of your backhand first, never let go of your front hand first, because you'll power up the wing. So you let go of your backhand and grab the handle on the leading edge of your wing, and it'll just luff out. If it's really windy, you'll be able to hold the wing in front of you. As long as you're not going faster than the wind, it'll keep nice in front of you. If it is not so windy when you're on the swell and you're going faster than the wind, then you're going to want to hold your wing to the side or behind you. So when you're going forward, the wind's holding the wing in its depowered position behind you. So whichever way you're going, whichever way you feel the wind on you, if it's from your face, from your back, from your side, you want to have the wing downwind of you. So if you're going faster than the swell, faster than the wind, it's going to be behind you. If you're going slower than the wind, it's going to be in front of you. Or if you're in the waves and a cross-shore breeze, it'll be off to your side. When you're on the swell, you'll notice that the wind swell is not like a wave. It's not just going to be one nice swell forever. You're actually going to have to look around you constantly and find where the swell is building and where you're going to go to keep that going. So as soon as you're on the swell, it's a lot of course, if you see a nice section, you want to like make some nice carves on it. But when it starts petering out, you need to be ready to find the next bit of swell around you to keep that ride going. So always be looking left and right to see if there's peaks to your left or to your right, or a little bit downwind or a bit upwind that you can peel off and pump over to the next one. So you always got to be kind of analyzing what the ocean or the river or lake or wherever you are is doing to keep that ride going. So when you do get onto the swell with your feet, It's kind of different for everyone. It also depends what you're doing, but in general, you're going to be in the same position as riding. If you're on a good foil, no matter what speed you're going, the lift balance between front and back foot should be the same at all speeds. So the only thing is, when you're dropping down the swell, you might want to lean a little forward just to keep the foil going down and you don't breach out the front of the wave. But otherwise, you're going to be in the pretty similar position to how you're riding. Of course, if you're riding foot straps, you're not going to be able to move your feet anyway. But in general, I like to have a pretty balanced stance and yeah, just kind of in the same position as when I'm riding around. So I hope that helped you a little bit with some tips on river riding, lake riding, ocean riding on the wind swell. It's a super fun thing to do. Obviously, the windier it gets, the more fun it gets, the bigger the swell gets. Same time, the windier and the bigger the swell gets, you're going to need a faster, smaller foil. And in the lighter conditions, you want a bigger, slower foil that can glide on small pieces of chalk.
Sick, man. That was
Sweet.
Great. So yeah, if you guys found this helpful, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Any questions, drop them in the comments. Tucker here also does a lot of wing surfing, so he can help you out there. And we'll catch you next time.